Hey guys, it's Kian here, back with another video. And today I'll be talking about a topic that I find to be very interesting. What do you mean? All my topics are interesting. Everyone finds my topic interesting. I mean, to justify my low number of subscribers, shares, and likes, I'd say that not enough people know me. So be sure to like, subscribe, share this video before you watch it. And if you're watching it right now and you think you're gonna like it, you like it right now. Like it right now so that more people can watch my videos. If you dislike it, then you dislike it, right? No brainer. Like it or not, like it, dislike it, you dislike it. If you got something to say, you comment. Leave one comment, multiple comments, I don't mind. Taking feedback generously, and I really hope to make more videos that could help people and to also boost my views. But anyway, today I'm talking about a topic which I feel a lot of people can relate. It's called forgive and forget, with a question mark. So I'm sure that we've all met people who can be a pain in the ass, a pain in the neck, or just people who can get on our nerves in school and work life and university and all that stuff. Let me share a little bit about my experience. So throughout my life, from primary school up to university, I've met really great friends. My friends or acquaintances, I would say, are pretty good. School, in badminton, in work life. I've worked part-time a few years now. And yeah, the people that I've met are honestly great. Everyone I can learn from. Except for this one time in my life, the one phase in my life. I think all my friends and I would agree that in that phase of our lives, or at least the friends that I met in that phase of my life, we all found the people that we met there a little bit toxic. See, I studied GCSE in this international school, and then when I was A-levels, I was in the same school, so I moved down from GCSEs to A-levels in that same school. And then at A-levels, a bunch of new kids came into our school, and then, oh well, I wouldn't say that they're bad because, you know, subjectivity, but I think a lot of people don't like them, they don't like us, so that's fine. And then these kids, I'm not sure. To describe their unique and weird traits, I'd say that they're, in my own words, it'd be they're inconsiderate. I find them to be rude, and they're just pretty weird. You know, they had the tendency, I felt, to cause peer pressure. And you know what, I'm not the only one feeling this. I think before I make this video, I actually asked a few friends to ask if these adjectives and words were suitable for them, and all of them agreed. So this is not my own words, and even if they are my own words, I think I can say what I feel. Cause peer pressure, they swear a lot. Not that I don't swear, but I don't know. I'm being biased and judgmental right here. It's just people we don't like. You know what? We don't love everyone in the world. There are some people that we love, some people that we dislike, some people that we hate. Well, I didn't hate them per se, but then I just didn't like them. I felt that they also have a tendency to resort to bullying sometimes, and this one I have evidence. Sometimes they resorted to cyberbullying. My A-level graduation speech, I think the title of the video was Valedictorian Speech, A-level Graduation. Some guy who had nothing to do with his life commented on my video. I'll put up the screenshots if I can find them. And then he used really vulgar terms and that were offensive and annoying, and honestly at that time I was annoyed and I was pretty affected because to see these comments, it's pretty hurtful, you know. I think to everyone out there, if you post a video or a photo and someone starts using really vulgar terms, like I'm paraphrasing here, but it says something like, you know, I should suck my own down there, I should F myself. It said something like I had no social life in school and all that. Just really one-sided argument and strawman argument. I was really annoyed. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna, you know, F this guy up with more vulgar and bad comments. But then when I took the time to think about it, I chose to be more polite. But you know what? The more polite I was, the worse it became. I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but initially it was an anonymous account that kept commenting on me and demeaning me and criticizing me. And then eventually there's this guy who actually used his actual account to kind of describe how horrible and miserable my school life was, even though I didn't find it to be that miserable. I mean, I had friends. I'm not sure if he did. I'm not true friends here. If you just hang out with a bunch of people, those are not friends, those are acquaintances. I did not have a lot of acquaintances, but in my school, I had friends. I had friends in my year, my junior, my friends, my teachers, all my friends, and I think I had a pretty good school life. I'm not good at faking my feelings. When I'm sad, I'm angry. When I'm sad or angry, I show it, and I think it's pretty clear that I'm pretty happy with my high school life. Haha. So this comment, as you can see here, I actually have the screenshot. You know, he used really unpleasant terms, I would say, and then honestly, I don't know why YouTube deleted their comments. Maybe because of my friends, and I reported his comments because Obviously, they were stupid comments, but I'd be glad if YouTube would not delete the comments, because I'm more than happy to show the whole world the stupidity of this comment. I mean, he says something about this award not having monetary gains. Only I think I and my friends know what the monetary gains were. But anyway, that's not the whole point. The whole point is how I got over these things. I mean, to see these things and to know that these people hate on you. Sometimes it's really hard to forget and move on. You know, you can go on Google and find quotes like, oh, move on because you're stronger than this, stronger than that. These people are here to give you challenges and make you stronger in life. It's easier said than done. You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger and all that stuff. It's easier said than done. So I'm gonna show you how I got over these things. And again, I won't ask you to be Mr. and Mrs. Peace. I won't ask you not to be angry. These are my experiences. I'm gonna show you how I actually, like a layman person, got over these things. Oh, well, firstly, I actually have friends who are really helpful. They then created anonymous accounts to kind of fight back for me. I was so glad for that, so thank you to my friends. Won't say who because I don't think they want their names to be on YouTube, but thank you to my very lovely friends who kind of fought back for me. So that was one of the reasons I was able to recover so quickly. The fact that you know that you have friends who are gonna back you up when you are in some sort of trouble. You know, as important as having friends might be, it's also important that your mindset changes as time elapses. I think the first thing you gotta do if you wanna get over this angry phase and you wanna forgive and forget is to acknowledge that you will be angry, because we're all humans. I'd be lying if I said that I read these comments and they were like, who, these people, I'm not gonna stoop at their level because, you know, I'm not angry. I'm Mr. Peace. I never get angry with people. I'm appreciative of them existing in this world and all that stuff. Well, maybe some people can do that, but not me, because as you can see in my previous racism video, I said that I get angry pretty easily. And I can get really on edge very easily, so that's just me. So when I got really angry, I really had to acknowledge that, okay, kid, you're gonna be angry because, you know, there are stupid people in this world. And I was like, okay, I'm really freaking angry right now. But then I'll question myself. Am I gonna be bothered by this in the next 2 days? Maybe yes. 2 weeks? Yes. 2 months? Maybe not. At that time it was like June or July, and I thought like in 2 months I'm gonna be in UBC, I'm gonna be in Canada, living my best life, living my university life, getting knowledge, meeting new people, and doing research, and chasing my love, which is psychology. And I was like, oh well, in 2 months I'm not gonna be angry, which means then in the next 2 years, 2 decades, 2 centuries, if I'm still here, I wouldn't be angry anymore. So it's kind of like, well, if it's something that you're not gonna be super concerned with as time elapses, then it's not something that you have to overly worry about. So yeah, give yourself a chance to be angry, express emotions the way you want to, but then if you know that this thing is not gonna get to you in the next 2 months or, you know, 2 years, 2 days even, then there's no point thinking about it all the time. It's a temporary thing. Life is made up of a bunch of phases. As young as I might seem, I'm beginning to understand that life is made up of a bunch of phases and stages. And as you get through each stage and phase, you meet new people, you experience new things, you learn new things, and some things you remember in your head, some things you just forget, you know, like, yeah. And this was one of those things that I acknowledged that I was not gonna care. But like, if you ask me right now, am I still angry? I'm like, nah. Not because I've forgiven them, not sure. It's just something that doesn't even come to your mind until you mention it, you know? So if it's that minute and insignificant of a matter, then don't spend too much time and energy thinking about it, right? And then that's actually it. I think the most important coping strategy with forgiving and forgetting, forgetting and forgiving, either way, is to acknowledge that you're gonna feel a certain way, and then you gotta ask yourself, like, is this thing gonna bother me? I mean, right now I can think of a few things that would bother me, like, you know, should I stop exercising completely? And if I question myself, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna be bothered by this. It's gonna be mentally difficult for me to not be fit and not perform well at badminton, and to look myself in the mirror to see that I'm out of shape. I'm not body shaming here, I just have certain expectations for myself in terms of physique. And I think that, you know, giving up on fitness is gonna bother me for the next 2 months, years, decades. I mean, I'm 20 right now, and I'm pretty satisfied with my physique and shape. I still want to get better, but for now I'm satisfied and I'm still gonna push harder than last time. I don't want to wake up 2 months later and be like, hey, I'm out of shape, you know, not feeling good, don't wake up and sleep early anymore, diet is crazy, don't sleep as early. I don't want that. So that is gonna make me worry. So I don't want to make myself worry, so I'm just gonna work hard. But with these things like bullying, cyberbullying and all that stuff, I mean, come on. Right, I'm gonna share a coping strategy with you. And one of my favorite quotes is this quote. It goes something like, I can't remember exactly and I'm too lazy to Google it right now, but it goes like, only people who are below you will pester you because people who are above you won't have time for you. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Someone is so petty and it's gonna bother you because they're jealous of you, or you know, I don't know, but those people are usually below you, because those people above you, if you're, you know, following the footsteps of your teacher and your mentor, these people won't stoop to your level and start bothering you and annoying you in ways that people who are below you would. So think about it. If you're feeling really angry, so if you have acknowledged that, hey, I'm not gonna be angry in the next 2 months, so I probably shouldn't think about these too much, and then you still get angry, then think about this quote, you know, only people who are below you will pester you because people who are above you won't have time for you. And then it's time for you to think whether these people are pestering you or above or below you, and more often than not, they're gonna be below you, so why stoop to their level? Have some expectations and standards in yourself. So like, if people below you are just being idiotic human beings, then let them be. They got nothing to do with their lives. And lucky for me, I don't think I've ever taken initiative to keep in touch or even have any sort of contact with these people whom I think are bullies and cyberbullies. Well, you know, the experience of cyberbullying was actually pretty good for me because firstly, it gave me an inspiration for YouTube. If you scroll down to one of my YouTube videos, it was cyberbullying. I spoke Chinese in that video. And yes, that inspiration came from those comments because they were bullying me. They were cyberbullying me, and I was like, you know, this is a form of cyberbullying, right? So I did some research on cyberbullying, and then boom, video idea came. If you think that's significant, well, last year in my first term at UBC in my Soc 250 criminology class, Sociology 250 criminology class, we had to write a research paper on a crime, and then we had to explain it with different theories, and then boom, cyberbullying. I think I was one of the few students who wrote on cyberbullying, and that made my research paper kind of stand out a little bit because I think I got a pretty hard mark. I was like top 5% of the class, and I think the prof, who was really strict, liked my paper because when I was explaining the paper to him and talking about my ideas, he really bought my ideas. He's a strict prof, he gave me a high mark, so I think that's a good thing. I think at that time, every student, when they thought of crimes, they were thinking about, you know, killing, raping, and all that stuff, murdering, I can't English now, it's too early in the morning. But yeah, they were thinking about real life crimes, but because I had this experience with cyberbullying, I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about cyberbullying because it's interesting. And if I didn't have this experience, then I wouldn't have these ideas. Sometimes you can also look at the bright side and think that, you know, sometimes, well, you might not see it in the short term, but as time goes by, you'll realize that some bad experience most of the time can be transformed and interpreted as a good experience. All I have today, so how you want to get over these stupid things and unpleasant things is you gotta question yourself. So acknowledge that you're gonna feel a certain way, and question yourself and ask whether or not you're gonna feel this way as time goes by, 2 days, 2 months, 2 years, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Coping strategy would be thinking about the quote. People who are pestering you more often than not are below you, because people who are above you won't even have time for you. Like, you know, I don't pester YouTubers, but I'll look up to the YouTubers who have more subs than me. But people who have more subs than me wouldn't even think about my channel. But let's hope I get there one day. So remember to like, share, subscribe if you find this helpful. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just came up with this as I was recording. Sometimes bad experience can be transformed into good experience. In Chinese, we call it 危机就是转机, 危机就是转机. So I think it translates like, you know, a dangerous situation can be interpreted or can be a positive experience. So yeah, I'm not telling you to be Mr. Peace, Miss Peace. This is my own experience, my own technique. It's real life stuff. It's not gonna make you Mr. Positivity, but it is gonna work for you in terms of forgetting and forgiving. And please be sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. If you dislike it, please dislike it. If you have comment and you like it or don't like it, leave 1 comment, 2 comments, 10 comments, as many comments as you want to. I'm so happy. I'm always happy to receive feedback, and until next time, I'm out. Bye.